Heroes. Time and time again, great men have stepped up to protect those who have not the means to protect themselves. It is heroes like this that are made legend. Songs are sung of their great victories.
I mean, surely those heroes' match legend are told to them, right? Hello, welcome back to Gamebox, show where we take a look at games of yesteryear. And today, we'll be taking a look at a game from the PlayStation 1 era. A game that I remember hearing about when I was younger, but never had a chance to play. A game that will actually be getting a complete remake later this year. I mean, look at this. This looks awesome. A little game called Medieval. Developed and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. More specifically, developed by SCE Cambridge, formerly Millennium Interactive. SCE Cambridge would later become Guerrilla Cambridge, a subsidiary of Guerrilla Games, the makers of the Killzone series. As Millennium Interactive, they worked on several titles, one of which was the James Pond series. Yes, you heard me correctly, James Pond. I have no idea what that is. As SCE Cambridge, they had a decent library of work. This included Medieval 1 and 2, as well as the remake for the PSP. They also worked on Primal, which I didn't even know until doing some research for this video. But under the Guerrilla banner, they only had 2 games under their belt. That being Killzone Mercenary and Riggs Mechanized Combat League. Development for Medieval started in 1995, under the working title Dead Man Dan, which I personally prefer over the given title. The game was originally envisioned as arcade-style shooter, though I do like the style they ended up going with, that being an action-adventure hack-and-slash game. Medieval was released on October 1st, 1998 for the PlayStation 1. Unfortunately, on January 12, 2017, Sony announced the closure of Guerrilla Cambridge. And with that, let's take a look at today's game. Wait, I got something for this.
In ancient times, a sorcerer named Zurich began to terrorize the citizens of Galamir. But a hero did rise, in the form of Sir Daniel Fortescue. Sir Fortescue led the rebellion against Zurich, even landing the fatal blow to the fiendish foe. Or, that would have been true had he not fallen in battle. In fact, he had perished in the first charge to the arrow to the eye. But the king wanted to keep Sir Fortescue's honor intact, and made a legend of him. 100 years have passed, and Zurich has risen again, raising his undead army to do his bidding. But in doing so, he accidentally awakened his old enemy. Now Sir Fortescue has a chance to show the people of Galamir that he is indeed the hero they believe him to be.
Medieval is cartoonish in its overall presentation. You do play as an armor-clad skeleton after all. The visuals were influenced by the works of Tim Burton, more specifically, the film The Nightmare Before Christmas. The cinematics are what one could expect from a PlayStation 1 game. Ugh. The music is fun as well, matching the cartoon horror aesthetic. Overall, the look of the game is pretty good. Some of the level transitions were surprisingly smooth, though I think it had to do with the fact that I was playing on the PlayStation 3 port. Medieval is a third-person action-adventure hack-and-slash game, a far cry from the Ghosts and Goblins style game that was originally envisioned. The player will face all manner of beastie, from zombies to skeleton pirates. But don't take these enemies too lightly. Though Sir Fortescue can cut down his enemies in a few good hits, the enemies can do the same if the player isn't careful. To aid with this, there are life vials and life fountains peppered around each level. The player can also gain reserved life vials that are available to them by picking up life bottles. To be honest, I was never able to tell the difference between the two until I picked one up, which in turn caused my reserve life bottle count to increase. And trust me, you'll need every single bottle you can get your hands on. Over the course of the game, the player can collect various weapons to aid them on their quest, from swords to bows, though I did find myself using swords more than anything else. I did have a shield, but I kept forgetting it was there. That's not a stab at the game, I'm just an idiot. Some weapons do have an ammo count, so don't get too willy-nilly in how you use them, but worry not, if the player does run dry, they can replenish any ammo or shield health at their local gargoyle head, this game's version of an in-game shop. The bosses in the game were interesting, but I did find them rather easy, with the exception of one. If I wasn't running up to them hammering the attack button, I was standing some distance away with the ranged weapon and hammering the attack button. First things first, you see this? This is awesome. The lack of camera controls was one of my gripes with Spider-Man for PlayStation 1. Though limited, it is still very useful to be able to move the camera around while navigating the game world. The player can also look around by holding down L2 and R2 to give them a better view of their surroundings. As far as movement speed goes, Danny Boy has a decent walk speed, but if you're feeling really saucy, double tapping any direction on D-pad will cause Danny to run. Though I felt this was more of a hindrance than a help, especially when it came to platforming. This due to the jumping feeling slightly off. There were several times where I would be running and hit the jump button to clear a gap, only to fall to my death. Man, it seems like I have a problem with platforming. I swear guys, I'm good at platforming. The levels can be accessed through a map overview screen. Each level does sport a unique look. One will have you running around a graveyard, while another will have you running around a farm with a deadly cornfield surrounding it. They match the feel of the rest of the game. Within each level, the player can collect the Chalice of Souls. This unlocks when the player has slain enough enemies to bring the total percentage to 100. Unlocking Chalice gives players admittance to the hippiness hoppiness club in town, the Hall of Heroes. This is where the heroes of old chillax and party, as well as grant the player more weapons or items. Some levels do offer some special criteria to unlock the Chalice, that mainly being the Sleeping Village stage. This had the player avoid combat altogether. Anytime they killed an enemy, the Chalice percentage would go down instead of up, making the only choice to run away. My least favorite level in the game has to be the Ghost Ship level, and this was mainly for the platforming. So, all in all, is this a game you need to go out and play? Not really. Though it was fun, it could also be frustrating with its control issues. If you can get your hands on it, then that's cool. It's available pretty cheap on the PlayStation Network. But if you wanted to wait till the remake came out, then that's fine as well. I did enjoy myself for the most part, but you know what they say, it's all fun and games until someone loses an eye. Oh, my bad. Hey, welcome to the end of the video. I thank you for making it this far. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that like button, maybe give that subscribe button a quick click. Now I have said this in the past before, but I'll continue to work and make more videos for the future. It did take me about 9 months to get this one out, but hopefully the next one won't take so long. And as always, spread the awesome, and I will see you next time.